She says, hello, I'm sitting on 9 listings, which all had price adjustments, relisted and refreshed, some below what the sellers had actually paid, some brand new homes, some below seemingly market value. What's left now?
Well, the first thing I would ask is how long have the houses been on the market? And let's say they've been 30, 60 days. You're getting a little taste of what normal real estate is like. Our millennials and our Gen Zs and everybody that joined the business since the pandemic has never had to develop the communication skills to manage a relationship for more than a few weeks. There are lots of times in my real estate career where we've had houses on the market 5 months. Sometimes 2 months goes by and nobody comes to look at the house. And you as a real estate agent are now feeling guilty because you're not getting the job done. I get the feeling. So let me tell you some things you can do. First of all, at a certain point, depending on what market you're in, reducing the price isn't going to be the only thing that's going to get the job done. There needs to be a buyer who can afford to buy that house, who wants to buy that house and is in that marketplace. And it may not be the price. It could be just the timing of the whole situation. So first thing you're going to need to do is develop a weekly communication strategy with all 9 of your listings, meaning you got to talk to them every week. Then what are you going to talk to them about? What did I do this week? What did you do this week? Now, one of the things I've discovered is most of the time, if you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, you're staying in touch, you're talking to them, you're doing all the strategies, people don't get mad at you. Most of the time, our clients are big enough and are mature enough to recognize it's not you, it's the market. You're doing all the stuff you should. Postcards, open houses, flyers, newsletters, door knocking, calling, social media posts. You're doing all of that stuff. Then they can't be mad. I'll tell you when they get mad. It's when they don't hear from you and they don't know what you're not doing. So communication is really, really important. One of the skills you're going to need to do is continue to develop your communication so that you're comfortable talking to people through these difficult times. Now, at the end of the day, it's not your fault. Assuming you've done everything you're supposed to, the next question is, when motivation goes up, price comes down. Now, if some of these people don't want to sell but have to sell, these are the people that you're going to see continue to drop their price because they're at the point where I got to get out of this. I don't care. So, and I hear that they're selling it for less than they paid for it. This might be a new experience for you, but it's certainly not for me, for Chris Magat, any of us who've been in this business any length of time. There's been more than once in my career where I've sold houses where people had to take loans from the bank to sell their house, hand the keys over, and take a mortgage with them. So you can only do so much as long as you're doing everything you're supposed to. But the takeaway, Chris, is make sure you're talking to them every week.
Yeah, that's sage advice. Communication seems to be the key, especially as markets shift and change. We need to become better, more effective communicators. So spot on, Chris. Absolutely. Okay.